Hey, this is John Carlos, and I am very excited to review for you guys the Mondo exclusive version of the Ramona Flowers figure by Mondo. Here's just a look at the inside of the packaging. In fact, I'll give you just a closer look at how she's kind of packaged in there. Yeah. This figure is generally inspired by Scott Pilgrim Gets It Together when Ramona fights Roxy. You could see it in the pose. In the actual page, she's got her goggles on, and she's got more of a game face. With this, they've obviously kept the pose, but they're going for a more friendly, basic Ramona face. And I really, really, really like it a lot. The sculpt is just freaking amazing. Like, it is a perfectly three-dimensional depiction of Bryan Lee O'Malley's art, like Ramona just stepped off the page. Getting those kind of unique lines, you know, that kind of artistic style into three-dimensional form is really, really impressive to me. This isn't broken up like an action figure where they've got blatant hinge joints, but there are 7 points of articulation. We've got a swiveling head here. We've got a swiveling arm right there where it plugs into the sleeve, and we've got hinges at the top of the thigh, and then hinges that swivel at below the knee at the roller blade, so you can position her in some simple little poses, but like really it's not a distinct pose. It's still just positioning the legs to get her to stand good. Even if you swivel the arms or swivel the legs, the figure still looks the same. The sculpt really, really is fantastic. I consider this more like a statue than an actual figure because the articulation really doesn't mean anything. But just translating the shape of the face, of the mouth, the pointy little nose, the huge eyes, the hairstyle. Really, really good work. I like the way the hair starts out light and then goes dark. I think the goggles look good. This is hand painted, and you can kind of tell that, like, you know, the black line goes just past the sculpted edge of the mouth a little bit. You can see it on the necklace and the eyeballs, but I like the hand-paintedness of it all. It gives it a real nice kind of like hand-painted statue quality. Paint on the wrist, paint on the shorts. It's all really, really good. I also like the paint on the nails and the shading of the thighs. You can see kind of towards the top, and then it lightens out and then darkens a bit there. The distinction on the rollerblades, really, really strong work. Yeah, paint on the legs is really, really clean. Yeah, then this figure comes with some pretty cool accessories. Since this figure is inspired by her fighting Roxy, it comes with the titanium bat that she uses to fight Roxy, and an alternate hand to grip that bat. But she is so known for her mallet, they include the mallet which fits into the main hand that she comes with. I do like the little bell and the paint job on that, and I like the shading on the end of the mallet. And then she comes with the her little Subspace Highway purse, which has a little separate strap. The strap is separate because it can plug onto this one, or it can plug onto this Mondo exclusive version. This is what makes it a Mondo exclusive, this additional accessory. This is the one with him hiding in her little purse, her little bag. And the paint on the little zipper teeth, looks really, really good to me. It's a nice little detail they included, so I think that's awesome. Scott's hair, again, lighter on top, dark on the edges. I like that shading of the hair, but they did a great job with his scared face. Again, in three-dimensional form, it reads really, really well as Bryan Lee O'Malley's art, and it still looks awesome. I love his hands, I love his mouth, I love the little worried lines and scared eyebrows. This looks freaking great. The top part of the mallet comes off from the handle. That way you can slide it into the figure's hand, hopefully easily. It's a little tight, but if you force it through, that's starting to get in there. Oh yeah, there we go. Although it looks like the hand is rubbing off some of the paint, so that kind of sucks. The paint only rubbed off on those two little sections. The more I pushed it through, the easier it was to slide through her hand. Still, that was a bit of a bummer. Anyway, here's a look at the figure with the regular purse and mallet in her hand. And here she is rocking the purse with Scott in it. And I think it reads really well. The fun thing about the articulation, at least with this hand, is that you can kind of bring the bat inward or a little more dynamically outward. It's one of the few things where the articulation kind of creates some slight effect whereas all the other points of articulation don't really do anything. In fact, I've been trying to move the head, and even though there is a joint in there, it's pretty stiff. Her head doesn't seem to move left or right, and I don't really want to damage anything. So I'm just kind of leaving it like that. It does look good looking forward, though, so that's fine. Bummer about the paint on this. That's one of the few drawbacks, that the paint kind of scraped off. Other than that, I am very, very satisfied by this. I pre-ordered this in June of last year, so it took over a year and 4 months to come out. But Mondo was really great about sending out little notices about delays and the reasons why and quality and all that, and production issues, stuff like that. So kudos to Mondo for that. I think it looks freaking awesome. It's well worth the $50. Well, the regular one retailed for $50. The Mondo exclusive one was $55. $5 for a whole Scott head hanging out of the thing? Totally worth it. Scott Pilgrim is my favorite comic ever, like of all time. So, yeah, I am very happy with this really awesome looking figure/statue. Very satisfied customer here. I think she looks rad. The colors read really well. It is awesome. Thank you for watching, everybody. And if you want, follow me on Instagram and Facebook and all that stuff.